I never thought I'd share my story online, but here I am. I'm a private person who keeps things to myself, but recent events have pushed me to seek unbiased perspectives from strangers. I won't use real names, but every word of this story is true. 6 months ago, I was living what seemed like a perfect life. I'm 35, successful in my career as a medical researcher, and financially stable thanks to my own hard work. I have a comfortable apartment in Boston and a job I love at a leading research facility. My parents were always supportive but never controlling, and I built my life exactly how I wanted it. Then I met her at a medical conference in Chicago. Let's call her Sarah. She was brilliant, beautiful, and came from a similar background. I was immediately drawn to her confidence and intellect. We started dating, and everything felt right. She was 28 at the time, and over the next 3 years, we built what I thought was a solid relationship. About 6 months ago, Sarah told me she was pregnant. The timing wasn't ideal. My research project was facing challenges. My mother had just been diagnosed with cancer, and I was dealing with a difficult situation involving my best friend Anna. But the news of becoming a father overshadowed everything else. I was ecstatic and started planning our future together. Anna has been my closest friend since college. We never crossed the line between friendship and romance, which is rare for college friends. She was always there for me through tough times, and I tried to do the same for her. When Sarah came into my life, I introduced her to Anna, hoping they would get along. Initially, they did. Things changed when Sarah suddenly started having issues with my friendship with Anna. She claimed Anna had feelings for me and wasn't just being friendly. This came during a particularly tough time for Anna. She was going through a divorce because her husband had developed a drug problem and was being unfaithful. I made the mistake of choosing Sarah's comfort over my friendship. I started distancing myself from Anna, making excuses not to meet her and limiting our conversations. One rainy night, Anna showed up at my apartment, devastated by my behavior. She couldn't understand why I had abandoned her when she needed support the most. While Anna was crying and I was trying to comfort her, Sarah walked in. She immediately accused Anna of trying to steal me away and slapped her. I was shocked and angry, but Anna remained calm. She left that night, saying she understood that I had to prioritize my relationship. After that, she stopped taking my calls. Everything seemed to go back to normal until I received an anonymous email. The subject line was in all caps, impossible to ignore. When I opened it, my world shattered. There were photos of Sarah with my father in various places, bars, restaurants, and most disturbingly, in my own apartment. The timestamps showed these weren't one-time incidents. I tried to convince myself the photos were fake. I had just bought an engagement ring for Sarah, and I didn't want to believe she could betray me like this. But while cleaning our bedroom one day, I found something that confirmed my worst fears, a DNA test report hidden in her desk. The test showed that my father, not me, was the father of her baby. Instead of confronting them immediately, I decided to expose the truth in a way they couldn't deny. The perfect opportunity came when Sarah's friends suggested throwing a gender reveal party. I agreed enthusiastically, pretending everything was fine while planning my response. I even convinced Anna to attend, knowing I would need her support. On the day of the party, I asked to review the video montage Sarah's friends had prepared, offering to help edit it. They trusted me and handed it over. What they didn't know was that I planned to add the photos from the email and the DNA test results to the end of the video. The party was held in a rented hall. I had refused my mother's offer to host it at her house because I wanted this revelation to be public. The gender reveal party started like any other celebration. Sarah gave a long speech about what a perfect boyfriend I was and how I would be an amazing father. When Anna walked in, I could see Sarah's face change, but she couldn't make a scene in front of everyone. After cutting the cake to reveal it was a boy, everyone gathered to watch the video montage. The first part showed our relationship journey, our first meeting, dates, trips together, and the proposal. Then came the photos of Sarah with my father. The images were clear, them together at bars, cafes, and in my apartment. The worst ones were from my bedroom. The room went silent except for some gasps and whispers. Sarah immediately started saying the photos were fake. She turned to my father for support, but he just stood there, unable to look at me. When the DNA test results appeared on screen, proving he was the father of her baby, Sarah changed tactics. She accused me of having an affair with Anna and claimed I was trying to escape my responsibilities as a father. That's when Anna spoke up. She admitted she was the one who had sent me the email with the photos. It made sense. She was the only person besides Sarah who had access to my apartment. She explained how she had caught them together at a cafe around the same time. Sarah started trying to end our friendship. After Sarah slapped her that rainy night, Anna began following her and discovered the truth. My father finally stepped forward and admitted to everything. He claimed he didn't know the baby was his because Sarah never told him. He said if he had known, he wouldn't have let her stay engaged to me. As if that made anything better, he had still slept with his son's fiancée multiple times. I threw Sarah out that night. I packed all her things and even sent her an itemized bill for everything I had spent on her during our relationship. Some people said I was too harsh. She was pregnant and had nowhere to go. But why should I care? She had betrayed me in the worst possible way, and my father could take care of her since he was the real father. The hardest part was thinking about my mother. She was fighting cancer, and now she had to deal with this scandal too. I worried that my public revelation had embarrassed her, but I couldn't have kept quiet about such a huge betrayal. I cut all contact with my father, and most people supported my decision. Anna stayed by my side through everything, but she refused to tell me what to do. She said these were decisions I needed to make for myself, and she would support whatever choices I made. Her friendship helped me stay sane during those difficult weeks. Sarah tried to contact me multiple times after that night. She sent messages saying the photos were edited, then switched to begging for forgiveness. She claimed she would give up the baby for adoption if I took her back. I blocked her number and told my apartment security not to let her in. When she couldn't reach me, Sarah started harassing Anna. She showed up at Anna's house, and when Anna calmly told her to move on, Sarah went to Anna's daughter's school. She screamed at the little girl, saying terrible things about how her mother had ruined Sarah's life. That crossed a line. We both filed restraining orders against her. Sarah tried to twist that too, telling our mutual friends that she caught Anna and me together, and that's why we filed the restraining orders. Some people actually believed her, which was ridiculous, but most saw through her lies. My mother surprised me with her reaction to everything. When I finally gathered the courage to talk to her about it, she revealed that she had suspected my father of cheating for years but never had proof. She said my revelation at the party was actually a relief. It confirmed what she had known in her heart and gave her the strength to finally stand up to him. Life has a way of moving forward, even when you think it's impossible. For months after the gender reveal disaster, Sarah had the baby. True to her word, she decided to give the child up for adoption. Despite everything that happened, I couldn't let my half-sister end up with strangers. I reached out to my friends Mike and Lisa, who had been trying to adopt for years. They met the baby and fell in love with her immediately. I never thought I would want anything to do with this child, but seeing her changed everything. She wasn't responsible for what her parents did. Mike and Lisa named her Emma, and they're giving her the loving home she deserves. I visit sometimes as Uncle Jack, and watching her grow has been healing in its own way. Maybe someday we'll tell her the truth, but for now, she's just a happy baby with loving parents. My mother's cancer treatment started working better once she didn't have the stress of my father's betrayal hanging over her. She moved in with me during her recovery, and having her around reminded me of simpler times. She's officially cancer-free now, and seeing her smile again makes everything we went through worth it. Sarah's life took some unexpected turns. Her wealthy family cut ties with her, not because of the scandal, but because of some property dispute with her brother. She sent me countless emails about giving our relationship another chance, saying she'd learned from her mistakes. I never responded. Eventually, she met someone else and moved away. I hope she's changed for their sake. My father tried to reconcile with both me and my mother. He came to my apartment several times, begging for forgiveness. My mother showed more strength than I've ever seen. She told him she'd rather fight cancer alone than spend another day with someone who could betray his own son. I haven't spoken to him since the party, and I don't plan to. Anna remained my closest friend through everything. She helped me see that not every relationship would end in betrayal. When I met my current girlfriend at a hospital fundraiser, I almost didn't give her a chance because she was younger than me. Anna literally smacked some sense into me, saying I couldn't judge everyone by Sarah's actions. My girlfriend is different from anyone I've dated before. She's 29, works as a pediatric nurse, and has a clarity about life that I admire. She pursued me, actually, and I was hesitant at first. But taking things slow has helped me trust again. We've been together for a year now, traveling and building something real. She knows my whole story and understands why I sometimes need reassurance. Looking back at everything that happened, I realize that sometimes good things come from bad situations. My mother is healthier and happier without my father's influence. Emma has amazing parents who cherish her. My friendship with Anna is stronger than ever. And I've learned that while trust is fragile, it's still worth giving to the right people. I still see Emma regularly. Mike and Lisa are wonderful parents, and they understand why I want to be part of her life. Sometimes I look at her and see hints of my father, but mostly I just see an innocent child who deserves all the love in the world. We've created our own kind of family, not the one I expected to have, but one that works for us. The hardest lesson I learned through all of this is that sometimes the people closest to you can hurt you the most, but that shouldn't stop you from letting others in. My new relationship is proof of that. We're taking things one day at a time, planning trips, meeting each other's friends, and building trust slowly but surely. Life isn't perfect now, but it's good. My mother often says that sometimes you have to go through the storm to appreciate the sunshine. I think she's right. While I wouldn't wish what happened to me on anyone, I'm grateful for where it led me. I have a stronger relationship with my mother, a deeper friendship with Anna, a chance to be part of Emma's life, and a new relationship built on honesty and trust. That's my story. Not the happily ever after I planned, but maybe something better, something real. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with friends or family who might enjoy it too. Your support means a lot. And if you have any thoughts, questions, or story ideas, drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. See you in the next story.